Hi everyone, this is a collective tarot reading for the eclipse that will be taking place on October 14th in Libra, and it's aimed at light workers. So if you want to see more peace, love, health, and wealth in the world, that's what I'm trying to help us do together. Obviously it's an eclipse, so we'll be looking a bit deeper than we usually do for lunations. We'll be taking a look at the next 6 months roughly. So I'll be doing a 10-card Golden Dawn spread. And as always, you can choose which one, two or all three oracle cards that I have to the side resonate with you the most. We'll get to that part later. So let's cut the deck. I gotta say, I've had my eye on this eclipse for a while for two reasons. A, in my area, it'll be taking place in the afternoon, so I hope to see it. And B, it's happening right on my natal moon, so I'm really eager and curious to see what'll happen. Anyway, let us cut the cards and see. The overall energy is the Fool reversed. Very interesting. Beginning of a cycle. The fact that it's reversed and we're one card into a 10-card reading, there are too many different ways to read this, so I'm gonna punt it for now. Underlying the situation, we have the 9 of coins and the 5 of cups. Okay, yeah, like, it's funny too. Sadness despite the abundance is what the quickest way to summarize this energy. And I'll remind you that the path forward with the 5 of cups, in the traditional 5 of cups, there are 3 cups that are spilt over and 2 that are standing, and the sad character is facing the 2 spilt cups. I don't, how is it in this one here? Yeah, well, there's an homage to this in the fact that the cup that the woman is holding, you know, she still has that, you know. So the message of focusing on what you still have shines through, and it's the fact that the 9 of coins is accompanying it, both of these cards upright, suggests a focus on the cups that are still standing, that's taking place. So that's nice. Crowning the situation, or the known factors, we have the 2 of cups reversed and death. Okay. Honestly, I'm not too sure how to interpret these cards where they are right now. So I'm going to put a pin in them for now, and I'll make sure that you're in focus. You should be. Let's look at the past. So we have the 6 of wands reversed and the 7 of coins reversed. Okay, so it's funny. The 6 of wands is obviously a card that we're generally happy to see. It's the victory card. And seeing it reversed in the past, there are the different ways to interpret this can be either encouraging or discouraging depending on the angle that that you take on it. You know, basically, depending on how cynical you are, it could be the fact that you know, with all the effort that we put in, we've gained so little, and yet if we flip it and interpret these in the most optimistic way, it's that the victory, the seeds for victory have already been planted, and the victory is yet to come, you know. Let's hopefully, hopefully the future cards will not embarrass me given the 2 options that I just laid out in front of you. So potential incoming energy, we have the Emperor reversed and the 3 of swords. Well, the theme of disappointment persists with the 5 of cups and the 3 of swords here, the 2 saddest cards in the tarot, so to speak. I would say There's an inherent warning over what's at stake right now. And I just realized that I put a pin in both of these cards. So I've kind of been limping throughout the reading because I've been 2 cards short. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip over the last card, which is the bridge between the past and the future. And we have the 4 of Cups reversed. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Sun reversed. Very interesting. So just as a quick primer, the bottom of the deck is the underlying energy which binds the whole reading. So the cards themselves are bricks. The bottom of the deck is mortar. So I'm going to stare at these cards a bunch and stitch all of this together. Okay, there's one thing that I gotta do before I pause the video again. So for you, it changes nothing. I just noticed that we have the 2, the 4, and the 5 of Cups. And given the energy and the vibe that I'm getting from these cards, I am very curious to see what the 3 of Cups is doing. So I'm gonna find it in the deck. Hopefully I do so quickly. It's one of the few cards that's very distinct and I can recognize it very quickly in the Light Seers Tarot. So let us see, where is the 3 of Cups? What is it flanked by? I'm very, very, very curious. I'm super curious. And we're nearing, oh, okay, so very interesting. So the 3 of Cups is reversed, first of all. And it is flanked by the King of Wands reversed and the Star. Okay, very nice. I'll explain why I'm chuckling. I don't know where I'm going to put these cards, and I don't want to make you suffer through seeing me decide this. So I'll see you right now. I put him back here by the purple candle. So here's the deal. When I was ranting on the 7 of Coins, 6 of Wands reverse combo in the past here, and I was talking about how depending on how you interpret it, it's either extremely optimistic or extremely pessimistic. I think this reinforces something that we might be aware of. I don't think it's going to be mind-blowing for me to say it feels like we're at a crossroads right now, and it feels like the way we play our cards, no pun intended, for the next 6 months might have a huge impact on whether the joy and healing that we are capable of manifesting actually plays out. And a good way to summarize this here, focusing on these 4 cards, is enormous potential that's being weighed down by shit. And this is the part where I'm gonna sound like a broken record, because these are themes that have come up many times throughout these readings, which is the strained relationships, and it's funny too, there are 2 ways to interpret the 2 of Cups. It's either strained relationships, like I just said, or a reticence to create new relationships, trying to be a Randian hero and go through this transformation alone. That's one way to do it, but considering the, this whole thing with the 3 of Cups, which we will get to, I'm leaning more on the strained relationships. I just wanted to throw out that other alternative because this is a collective reading. So, yeah, like I was saying, the fact that we have a 4 of Cups reversed as the bridge between the past and the future, crossing over this Fool reversed here. The key to taking the leap and stepping into our power lies in opening up. And it could be opening up to some things that we thought that we had moved on from that we haven't, and getting closure from that one way or another, including the fact that, sometimes you'll just never know. That is a possibility depending on the situation, or it might involve having a difficult heart-to-heart with someone that's long overdue, But yeah, this sadness and disappointment which permeates the potential in this reading, because remember, this is underlying here, possibly impacting the future, you know. So the unresolvedness is a factor, and sometimes when we have huge potential and baggage, it weighs down our potential to the point where it makes us fearful of taking the leap that we want to take, and thus we are less capable of operating what we need to operate to manifest, you know, the joy and levity that's underlying this whole thing, you know. It's really strange. And yeah, the reason I chuckled so much when I flipped over these cards, I don't think there's much point focusing on them. I'll put them down here for now. So yeah, the reason why I chuckled so much when I saw the King of Wands reversed behind the Three of Cups reversed is I often read the King of Wands reversed as stubbornness. And obviously the fact that the decks are the cards were upside down, I saw the star before seeing the Three of Cups, before seeing the King of Wands. So I already knew that the concept of healing and mending what is broken was reinforced that much more with what I already had, just vibing and looking at the reading as a whole, you know, before I flipped the cards over. So yeah, seeing the stubbornness leading into the strained relationships and healing / mending in the future, that was extremely hilarious to me in that moment. This should be pretty good for you. So yeah, honestly, I don't think I have much to add to this. I think that I don't think there will be a point in the next 6 months where you will have done too much shadow work. I'll put it that way. And I just, for transparency, I just got bummed out a little, realizing that what I just said also applies to me. So I get it. I'm not kidding. Yeah, anyway, I think that I've said what I needed to say for the tarot portion. So let's move on to the oracle card portion. And by the way, I suspect that we will see these three decks working together often. I suspect that they complement each other very well. But regardless, for you who chose the Tao Oracle, your card is Companionship. This is I Ching hexagram number 13. And the keywords are friendliness, mutual respect, shared goals, interdependence, agreement, strengthening bonds. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. I would focus on the shared goals, and really something that I suspect will be my magnificent obsession for the next 6 months is focusing on how when people have strong disagreements over things that matter to them, there's a strong urge to vilify the other side, and that gives us an excuse to not even talk to them. So focusing on shared goals could be a potential angle. That's the one that leapt out to me, assuming that, you know, I've been on target for the person for this reading who also chose this card. So the archetype is the Thief. Ooh, very interesting. I'm gonna show it to you. And let's take a look. The light attribute is sheds light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. Okay. The shadow attribute is stealing money, creative ideas, affection, or other powers you think you lack. This is a weird one because the shadow attribute doesn't sound that shadow. Let me read that again. Stealing money. Okay, that one's obviously bad. Creative ideas, affection, or other powers you think you lack, implying that you have them. I think that, and especially given that the thief has a heart, you know, in his trench coat here, I think that the focus on coming from a place of abundance and realizing that you might have been cutting yourself short up until this moment might be key for you. Honestly, it's the most straightforward way to plug this archetype into the reading that I gave. And again, the shedding light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. You know, if things don't work out, you know, when I implied getting closure one way or another, sometimes knowing that you'll never know, that's kind of a agree to disagree forever and never talk to each other again type of shit. And if ever for you it ends up playing out that way, then, you know, there's still things that can never be taken from you after that. And the proof is that you still have them, you know. So yeah, keep that in mind. And for the animal, spirit animal, whatever it's called, Buffalo Spirit. Let me just show you the card. Looking nice. It says, the abundant universe will provide. Well, I'm trying to read this beyond the surface level message of encouragement, which may be enough for some of you, to, you know, the old let go and let God type of thing. And it's funny to see a buffalo, which is one would typically associate with, you know, steadfastly charging towards their goal dynamically. I think believing that you can in order to activate the self-motivation is something to look at for you. And this just came to me now saying this. Something that Gary Vee says a lot is that when that little voice in your head that tells you that you can't do it, you don't deserve it, you're a loser, you'll never make it, all that shit, you know, Brad was right, whoever Brad is for you. That voice was put inside you by someone else. It's not yours. And identifying who that voice is and where it came from, which external source that voice came from, or that phrase came from, could be a vital way to dissociate from it and then tap into the buffalo energy so you can charge, you know? So yeah, I think that's a wrap. This is, it's going to be an interesting 6 months. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please give this video a like. I'll see you in a couple weeks for the Aries eclipse. No, wait, it's Taurus, the final Taurus eclipse. All right, y'all take care. I'll see you soon.